I'm not telling anyone about this one either, just because, I mean, no one needs to know. But I should probably actually... I'm moving this so that people will see those rocks down there and hopefully think that no one ever found this one. Alright, there's the pink ribbon, so now when people come looking for this one, I don't think they're gonna find it.
I guess some sort of steel barrier, but I don't really know what that means, so I'm at this lake, and I just found this bow hanging from this tree. I just took it off because I don't want anyone to find it. And then I walked over here to look for a rock, and a frickin' rattlesnake was sleeping, and I feel like I'm disturbing nature. Look at all this nasty mold. So now, I just gotta find it. Okay, we ended up going with the second option, so we're gonna make it seem like we're going for Alex. He plays the idol, and we vote for Michelle. Even though that doesn't get out Alex, which is our main one of our main goals going into this, it preserves our alliance, and we take out Michelle, who has ties to both Katie and Alex. So that's kind of taking out two partnerships with one stone. Now, you might ask, how are you going to make it seem like you're going to vote for Alex? And then we decided to develop tribal talking points. So, when Austin, the great and powerful Austin, asks us questions at Tribal, we have kind of gone through what we're going to talk about to make Alex real paranoid. So, first Tribal talking point is emphasize the fact that there are too many remaining Sokotoa players, aka White Tribe. So, talk about how the other tribe has voted off 2 red people. Talk about how there's 2 strong white players on our tribe. Talk about how that might affect us in the merge. Second tribal talking point. We could target stronger players. And there's 3 strong players. Renee, Matt, and Alex. Alex is a strong player. So we could talk about that. Then maybe his ears will perk up. Then we could talk about getting rid of the schemers. So, just like Brian got voted out at the last tribal council in the other tribe because he was a schemer, we could talk about how, people who try to make big power plays and people who try to rock the boat too early just cause trouble and you never know where they stand, aka Alex. I know for a fact that that's why I got voted out the first season, so you can see I'm trying to switch up my strategy. And then, of course, our fourth and final tribal talking point is Blue Tribe Pride. So, this is specific to me, Brandon, and Matt. We could talk about, hey, we've been, through so much together, 3 tribal councils. Why would we want to break up our little threesome now? So, that's our strategy. We're going to go into tribal. Austin's going to ask us questions. We're going to answer them in a way that Alex gets freaked out, and he might think he's going to go home. We get him to play his idol if he has one. But we do an about face and vote out Michelle instead. And poor little thing probably has no idea what's coming. But I ain't sorry. As long as it ain't me.
I'm feeling awesome that Brian got voted out because we didn't really know what was going to happen up before that. I really thought it was going to be a tie vote. But then I found out that Brian kind of screwed himself over by voting for Evan. Because if he would have voted for Micah as well, it would have been a tie vote. Who knows what would have happened then. Either way, Brian, I'm happy you voted that way because then you're definitely out and you were my trio's target this week. So that's score 1 for us. I liked Brian as a person. He was funny and he made our tribe laugh a lot, so that was cool. But as a game player, he was really sketchy. You could tell that he was doing a lot of stuff behind people's backs, and I don't want that because then I never know if he's about to backstab me or what's about to go on. So that's why. Sorry, Brian, you had to go.
Knitting Club is going great. So far, it's just me and Shannon, but we're hoping to recruit new members. Maybe we'll make it as like once you get kicked out of Survivor, you can join the Knitting Club. We'll knit sad things because you're not in Survivor anymore.
I love Knitting Club because we all love each other And we could still be friends and, like, play the game at the same time. I feel like we all get along really well, so knitting for life.
Okay, assuming we get Brandon eliminated, Nicola and Alex will, like, never trust us again.
Why? Is Nicola
Because-
in on the plan? Like, for sure.
I'm pretty sure Nicola isn't on the plan because, like, I told, like, when he asked me who's the first person you would think of eliminating, I said Brandon off the bat. And
You
I
said that in
know,
front of Nicola, too?
yeah, and Nicola was like, I mean, yeah.
No, you shouldn't have said that. Nicola's gonna tell Brandon.
No,
I
but
know that was it.
they know he's a target. Like,
Yeah,
that was
but
Alex's
Nicola's-
first thought, too. Alex said that in front of Nicola, too.
That's bad. Nicola's gonna tell Brandon. I mean, I think we can convince Alex to at least get Brandon out. Unless he invites us to the meeting, then we can't really say anything if Brandon's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, like, we should all still target Brandon because it'll be 4 against 2. Then if we lose again, then we can decide to vote Renee or Matt out. If that's what you think, like, if that's, like,
Okay.
still an
You're right,
Alex's
because
plan.
that breaks lines.
Yeah, that still makes a majority. At least for the first time, we won't be breaking alliances. And say it's merging at 9, we lose all 3 next challenges. Then what? Like, they might end up voting one of us out because they're just like, oh, well, Nicola's tight with Brandon. She's going to stay with him. I'll probably be out because you would be with Alex. Like, it's going to be one of us that gets out if it gets to 9 and we
Okay,
lose.
Katie, you know my alliance with you is greater than my alliance with Alex.
I know, but I'm still saying, like, how are we going to win over? If it was 5 of us, we have to vote someone out. How are we going to vote someone out? Nicola and Brandon are going to be, like, together unless we get Alex to be on our side.
So their flaw
What's
is
on
that they're banking on the fact that,
It's going to merge at 10.
okay.
Yeah, and we don't know that it's going to merge at 10.
This challenge was so much fun. I decided that, like, I knew somebody had to get, like, soaked, and a lot of them were going to the library afterwards, and I had a raincoat with me. I'm like, you know what? I'll take one for the team, and I'll get drenched. Like, I don't care. It's whatever. I've been muddy. I've been now drenched. So we're like, you know what? Just throw as much water, and that gives you a higher chance of, like, getting water in your bucket. So we had a good system down where I was crouching down a little bit lower, which I felt the next day. But he was throwing the water in kind of like a stream, like straight towards me, and I was catching it in the bucket while getting drenched. And looking at the water the next day, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was covered in that. And my room smelled really bad because of water. But we had a great system down, and then we hear, what team color were they? Pink team. Black. I was pink. Black team. 30-second penalty, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what? So we just, like, kept on going, and we just nailed it. We just filled up the bucket as fast as possible, and the other tribe still, like, wasn't even close, and we ran to go do the puzzle, which was wonderful because Evan somehow, like, found an app and, like, had played the game before, so he knew exactly what to do, and we were done with the challenge before the other team had even filled up their bucket. So that was very exciting that we didn't have to go to tribal again.